everybody. We'll take questions for head coach Brandon Schneider.
Brandon, you were pretty animated on the sideline after the shot clock violation you guys forced, and then I think another possession later was Wyvette boxed out, got the over the back. It seemed like defense was the idea out there tonight for you guys.
Well, we knew that they were going to be hard to guard, and that they were going to be hard to guard for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That because they're committed to making you defend for the entire shot clock, and then rely on some mistakes, and then try to capitalize on them. And I thought for the most part we were really engaged all night. Our attention to detail was really good. Our communication. We were able to switch to disrupt a lot. And if we didn't get a deflection, I thought we at least forced them maybe to play in space that maybe they weren't as comfortable in.
Can you remember your team playing that hard defensively very often?
I would like to say yes. I think this entire tournament we've been pretty good defensively and played a lot of different styles, which is good for us this time of year. But we've not been made to play that deep in the clock consistently. And my biggest worry was committing a foul with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, or giving up an offensive rebound. Those can be gut punches when you have to turn around and then play another possession right behind it.
Brandon, what does it mean that all these games in the WNIT are going to have been played here at the commitment your administration had?
We're extremely grateful for the commitment that Travis and Nicole and the rest of the administration has made. Otherwise, we wouldn't get to experience the environment that we had tonight. It was terrific, and I hope everybody that came enjoyed themselves. I love the fact that they booed a call when it was a 25-point game, so they were still into it and engaged. But that to me is a Kansas basketball fan. They know the game, they love basketball. I think Coach Self has created an environment here where our fans appreciate defense. Hopefully, especially in that regard, they could be happy with what they saw.
Coach, do you think this tournament in general is going to change the investment fans have on this team in the future?
I hope so. I think when you invest in something and you see a return in that investment, maybe you bring your young family and your kids have a great time, or maybe you just haven't had the opportunity to come to many games, but you see that it's something that you enjoy and you appreciate, and maybe the women's game's a little better than you thought it was. I think that's something that happens a lot for the casual fan is, when they first get into it, they're amazed at the athleticism, the skill level, and how hard the young women across the country compete for their schools.
Coach, there was you may or may not have seen this, but there was a play late in the second quarter where there was a foul underneath their basket, but their player shot it and it went in, and Chandler picked up the ball and threw it back out of the basket. Do you think that was spontaneous, or is that kind of representative of the fight in this team?
I didn't see that play, but that sounds like Chandler.
Coach, Holly talked about the environment and how that had some unique challenges potentially with communication. But overall, how did you feel the environment here either helped tonight, or what kind of unique challenges did it create for you?
It obviously helps. I think just the juice and the energy in the building. You could tell early that we had some nerves. We missed some shots that we typically probably don't miss. But on the flip side, I think defensively it caused us to be really engaged, the entire night.
I wonder too, you had a freshman make a pretty big three early. It's almost like she didn't want to take it, and then she just took it. And there's no nerves there, it didn't look like.
No, we recruited Sophie to be a stretch four. She's played for a World Cup, for a country, so she's been in big games, big environments, and I thought it was a shot that really kind of took the lid off the basket for us. But my favorite play was the backdoor pass she threw. I thought it was a terrific pass, tight window, kind of demonstrated the IQ and skill level that she has.
Your bench has been a topic all year, right? But you put those 3 girls in early, and that kind of helped flip it too a little bit. It seemed like. What was the difference when they went in?
Well, sometimes as a player that comes off the bench, it's better to not be noticed. You don't have to go in there and do things that are noticeable. Just go in there and do your job. And whether that's getting a rebound with 2 hands or getting a good box out or making a 3 like Sophie did, I thought all 3 of them just checked in and followed their assignments and tried to play to the best of their ability.
Coach already announced next one's going to be here in Allen. The cool thing about this tournament, you get a chance to win a championship on your home court. You're going to get the last game at home. How cool is that opportunity?
We're excited about it. I mean, Columbia's really good. I don't think there's many teams that are still playing that aren't pretty good. And I know they won on the road, and what I heard was a sellout at Bowling Green. So, we have an assistant coach who's already well into that scout. And when I walk out of here, I'm going to know a lot more about them. But they were in that same group that we were, I think, with the first 4 out, and they've kind of played with an edge and a chip on their shoulder the entire tournament as well.
Coach, you guys forced 21 turnovers tonight, scoring 24 points off of them. Was that a point of emphasis or as you were getting ready for this game?
Well, we didn't talk a lot about a certain number of turnovers. We just knew that we had to be disruptive, especially when we were going to switch. I think otherwise, they're so good at running their stuff and scoring off action that if we weren't, we could have some serious problems.